Hello guys, so in this video I'll just show you how to compile an assembly code and then I'll show you how to do it using makefile. I must say that I learned this from some other videos. I'm just trying to do it myself to understand it better. So I'm not taking credit for these kinds of stuff. So here I have an, a makefile here. So if you look at this file, not a make file, sorry, an assembly code file, simple assembly code. Um, I just have .text, .global start, and then we assign where we start. I am moving a value of 27 into register 0, right? R0, and then I'm closing the program. So I'm setting register 7, moving a value of 1 into register 7, which does a syscall, and that's a software interrupt, and program returns to the terminal. Now, with this setup here, in my first video on exploring the assembly language ARM Cortex, exercise 1, I went through, you know, a set of stuff that I can do with the output of this program. But in this video, all I'm gonna do is to show you that you can compile a program, like manually trying to compile here right now, right? Here we have the program, so I can do as-o asm.o, and this is my source file asm.s, right? So you see I have a .o file, object file now. Now I have to do a linking, right? So ld-o, and I want to create the file called assem, and I'm going to use the object file, right, in the process to do the linking. So you can see now I have an executable file. So now I can do an assem, and then I can echo this out, right? So I get 27. The 27 is basically because I move a value of 27 into register R0 and the program terminates after that. Now, so I went through a couple of steps here to, compile the program. Now, we can do this using a makefile. So the idea of a makefile is that you have a target. In this case, our target would be the ASSEM. And if you have a target, you would have like dependencies or prerequisites. And below the prerequisite, you would have a recipe, like a command to generate that prerequisite, right? So let's look at how we can do this using a makefile. Now I'm gonna remove here, right, the asm.o file, right? It's gone, and I'm gonna remove the executable, right? I could have done both in the same line, I guess. Good. So I just have this source file here now. Now I did create a makefile already to save time in the video, but let's get that makefile. It's in my home directory, so let's do this. So here you can see I have a makefile. All right. So I want to get this into the directory that I'm working with now. So in the makefile, before I explain the makefile, let me just transfer the file to the directory. So to do that, I'm going to move, right? The make file, and I'm taking the make file to in this case we're going to documents, ASM, yep, so let's do that. Sorry. So the makefile is no more on the Raspberry Pi home directory. So but if we go to documents now, right, documents slash ASM, you see the makefile is here now, right? Good. So let's just go through what is happening here. If I can snip this screen and just explain this here. So basically what I have here is I want to create, this here is my target, this ASM. This here is my prerequisite, right? Requisite, prerequisite here. Now this here is my recipe, right? So the recipe is like utilizing some other files, and pretty much you're using some commands to generate the prerequisite. Now the recipe here has a file assem.o, right? So this here we need to generate this file. So how to get this file? This is, we make, it's a target here. And what is the prerequisite to generate this assem.o? The source file, which is assem.s. Now recall when we compile initially, we use this command as-o, and this, we wanted this assem.o, so we utilize the assem.s file, all right, and we ended up having the assem.o. So to get assem.o, we need, the prerequisite is we need assem.s, and the process of moving from assem.s to assem.o, we require a recipe which entails a command. All right, so that is how we did this part. Now the other part here, clean, is when you finish running your commands, you can just remove all the, it's a target, so you want to remove all the .o files generated, right, from your system, so you can run this command here, right? So in this case, I'm removing the .o file and the ass, the target file. So this is a crude explanation, but I could say it here is like you got a target and you have to get the colon, and this is your, right, your requisite, your prerequisite file, and this portion here is your recipe, right? And then you can see from here that this recipe here, right, will have your target file that you need to generate, right, your target file name, and it needs some other prerequisite, right? And that is going to be a next target, right? And then you go through the same process again to generate this. For example, in this case, we needed um, ASM dot O to get the target of ASSEM here. So ASSEM dot O is a target here, and the prerequisite for that is ASSEM dot S. Now the recipe for this line here would be like you use the command AS-O, and remember your target is ASSEM.O. So you're gonna have that here, and how you generate it? What's your source for getting this? You need ASSEM.S. All right, and the clean command here, it's pretty much a target, right? And what you're basically, it has no dependencies, you just run it. So you're gonna have you're removing, when you finish everything, if you run a make clean, you're removing all the .o files and the ASSEM file that would be the executable. So now we will go back to the terminal to see how to run this. Instead of writing all these lines, you can just have a make file, and if you make a small change, then you can just run the make file for that particular target and your program should be good. So let's get to that right now. So here, if I just so I have here ASSEM.S. So if I run make file here now, right? Oh, sorry, I need to run make. So I run make, and you see it actually ran those commands for me. And if you check now, you can find that I have the .o file created and the executable. So now I can just run my executable, right? And then we have the echo $, and we got it 27. So I don't need to recompile each line. I can just run make. Now, one thing to note here, we run the command, the executable, and we still have the files. Now you want to get rid of everything, so you run make clean, right? If you ls back now, right, you see that we have gotten rid of the ASSEM and the ASSEM.O. So guys, I hope I can superimpose back this here for you to see. So this is where I was talking about removing the files, right? You run make clean. So I hope you understand this. This is just introducing make. There seems to be like books on make. It can get very complicated, but I think it's very useful. I am not a pro in make, but have some basic understanding of it. So I hope you follow through with this video here, and if you find it interesting, please subscribe to my channel Spectrum 1844, and this is all for now. Bye.